and 3a, how can we relate this to other stories that we know? I've obviously mentioned already a number of titles. Beowulf comes to mind, Plato comes to mind. We're going to use this term Bildungsroman as a story about coming of age. Again, you'll remember that we used it when we were talking about Telemachus, the son of Odysseus, when we talked about Ascanius in Virgil's Aeneid, the son of Aeneas. And this idea of coming of age clearly is one way to read this text. That is to say, Hal has stepped into a situation where now he has to man up. He's got to be a king, and he's got to be a legit king. He's got to make some tough decisions about who gets executed or who doesn't. Put it in your notes at 3a. When we study Joyce's portrait of the artist as a young man, we'll come back to this notion of the Bildungsroman as well, this coming of age story. As well, at 3a, we can obviously think about good kings versus crummy kings. Think about Macbeth as a bad king versus Henry as a good king. We can obviously compare Hal to his father, Henry IV, and the idea of the confidences that are learned there. Obviously, as well as we said already, it's a wonderful study. If I had more time, I'd share this in more detail with you, but I want you to just think about the ways in which young Hal, as Henry V, is very similar to Hamlet in some of his concerns, his musings, his epistemological uncertainties, his ontological questionings. We're going to see some things very, very similar with Henry V. Finally, at 3b, a few questions for you to consider in our study of Henry V. What was a time when you performed beyond even your own expectations of yourself, right? That is to say, you outperformed even what you thought you were capable of. And what led to that? How about this one? What was a time when you underestimated another person, the way the French underestimate, the Dauphin underestimates Henry V, and how it came back to kind of bite you, maybe hurt you? Finally, what is a moment in your life when you knew you were not just growing up, but you had some sense that you were waking up, that you were learning some things that were actually going to help you in your life as you not only grew up, but you woke up? Well, obviously Hal comes to some of these understandings as Henry V. I hope that our study here has enjoyed you to maybe even want to study more of Shakespeare's great histories. Thank you.